Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to yet another vlog. It's also crazy that I have been doing this for such a while now. I can't just say I just started my YouTube channel because it's been years at this point, which is crazy. Today and this week I will be prepping for my last of 2 markets that I'm gonna do before spring is over, because I'm selling my pieces online. Soon you will find my work online. And I unloaded the kiln in the last video, as you saw. Here are some of my children. I plan to sand these today, and I'll probably wait to photograph them once I have the pieces that I currently need to fired, but the bottoms definitely need some sanding, so I figured I would get that out of the way so I'm not sanding like 60 pieces at once. But the market is on Saturday. I'll be leaving on Friday to stay the night because it's about an hour and a half away. My friends are hosting it, so my husband and I are gonna go up there, hang out, and then do the market and come home. And the day after that, I start my part-time job, which is kind of wild. It all came out of nowhere, but it is, I think, exactly what I need. It has brought me so much joy to know that it will be okay if I don't do markets this summer, because I will have a job. And that was the hope and goal, so that I can focus on selling online and in the couple of stores that I have my work in. So that's really fun. And today I'll sand these. I'm gonna hand build a couple of things, which I'll probably start there since they need to firm up before I can really play with them. But I've really enjoyed making pedestal bowls, and I want to make a couple more because I was glazing one last night, and yeah, it just made me want to make a couple more of those to sell at my next market. And then just prep some clay to throw tomorrow. Want to make more espresso cups. I also did this new carving, just a little wider than my normal carve, but I love the size and shape of this, and I feel like a coffee lover would appreciate it. And yeah, I just love little cups and I want to make more of them to put in my online store. Like this guy. You know, just if you like your Spro, and that's it. Even though this would probably be a good cortado, it's probably about 6 ounces, maybe 4. Lately I've been getting these tiny matchas from the coffee shop, and it would basically fit in there. So that is what I have to say. I think I will start with hand building and then get to sanding. Okay, while I do my hand building thing, I thought I would answer a quick question on how I price my pieces. Somebody asked on Instagram, and I thought I'd toss it in here now, since I'm about to go to another market where I'm going to be pricing my pieces at a certain rate and see how it goes. I raised my prices this year, so everything ranges from probably $30 to $45, $50. I typically just make espresso cups, mugs, bowls, plates, tumblers, and matcha bowls, things like that. So nothing really large. I did just get into vases, so I am gonna have to figure out how to price those. But at a bare minimum, I know my material costs, and I know how much it costs me each month to run my business. So I have to at least cover that. And so I kind of work backwards. So I know my big number, and now it's how do I get each piece that I sell to amount to this big number that I need to cover. And by big, it's really not that big because my expenses are very low since I do all this at home and have my own kiln. But I have found that very easy. And so me backtracking and then also knowing the market and knowing how much time it takes me to make a piece is what I consider when pricing a mug. Now, I don't I've grown in this. I used to price my mugs at like $20, which like if I could make a lot, I could do that, but I can't make enough $20 mugs to pay my bills. And so I have doubled my prices so that I can still make the same amount but be able to pay my bills and myself. And I think figuring out how much you personally need to make, like, pay your own like personal bills is important, and then also figuring out how much you need to like pay your business bills is like a good starting point, and then kind of just work backwards from there. So if I have like a $40 mug that I know that I'm going to get personally paid $20 from that, I just do the like 50-50, I forget the like breakdown, 50 for yourself and then 50 for your business, but 30 of the business is for taxes and 20% is for keeping your business afloat. So that is how I like break everything down. So it's easy for me to know that if I make X amount of mugs, this is how much I'm personally going to get paid for that, and kind of just messing with the numbers from there until you land on something that is how much you feel comfortable charging a person for your work based on the time and energy and the material costs and everything put into that. And then also like the market that you're in and how much you want to like be in line with that, or if you need to be higher than that, be higher than that if that's what you need to pay your bills, and figure out what to do to sell that. Because I don't think it's always best to make your work less so that people get it, unless you're able to make a lot of work and that's what you really want to do. But for me, I don't want to make a crazy amount of work and sell it really cheap. I just want to find the middle ground where it's affordable for most people and I'm not having to make like 600 of the same thing in order to pay. And I think slowly reevaluating that every year is really important, or even every quarter, based on your lifestyle. It's kind of there's like a math to it, but then there's also just it varies by person to it as well, because I think your skill and experience level can be considered in that as well. And I know that I do, like, I wouldn't have felt comfortable charging $40 for a mug that I made after only like 6 months of knowing how to make pottery. Like, that felt wrong. And so I'm glad that I've worked my way up here, and I'm sure at some point I'll reach like and I think it just varies per person on how accessible you want your work to be. And if you can't make it to be accessible to the majority of people, then it's finding the people who have the income to where they can buy the luxury good that is ceramics and support your business in that way. Because yeah, you're not going to be able to make work for everybody. And I think it's just finding the like, yeah, your little window of space of people, like your ideal customer, and making work that aligns with who you want to have your stuff. So yeah, enjoy playing around with that. If that was helpful, I hope it was. I think that sitting down and just writing out and getting on paper like all of the cost, timing yourself so you know how much time it takes you to make a mug, and really keeping track of like what you're using on a like daily, monthly basis will help you feel more like secure in the price that you're charging, and it will make more sense to you as well, because you're like, well, I know how much it costs me to make this, so therefore I can feel very okay charging this much because of how much I put into it. So that is my pricing 2 cents, and I'm going to build now. Hello, good morning. It is Sunday, March 31st, which I cannot believe that April is tomorrow, but I've been feeling very nice lately and that feels great and just like hopeful and like pretty optimistic of just this next like quarter, month. Honestly, I have travel coming up. Yeah, there's just like a lot I'm looking forward to, specifically like with my pottery, and I can't wait to like make it all happen. So today I am going to finish hand building. I hand built so much of yesterday. I always forget how much time that stuff takes, and just the like tidying aspect of it too. Like cutting out the shape is one thing, but then you gotta smooth out the edges, attach things, etc. So I have a couple more things to finish there. And then I prepped a bunch of clay to throw this morning as well. Some espresso cups, some vases, some bowls, and some big hug cups. About like 20 things. So I'm hoping that I can get it done today and trim them tomorrow and then be done for this week as far as like throwing goes, since I have my market on Friday or Saturday. And that's the game plan. I'm really excited because I think I finally nailed down my shop update day. I'm gonna say it's the 12th or the 19th. I will let you know which one it actually is, but looking forward to having pieces to finally sell online. If you're new here, I've been wanting to update my shop since the beginning of the year, and it's gonna happen now. So working towards that today, and also just enjoying my home. My time will not be my own next week, but it just makes me want to savor my sweet little mornings by my window and just eating and being alone, and yeah, having my little introvert hour and doing what I can to be present. So I'm going to do that with my breakfast, and I will see you at the wheel. Lawn maintenance only happens when you turn the camera on to record. I'm gonna go have myself a cute little morning outside of the house. I just did a lot of work the past couple of days and I just need to step away, but I don't really feel like going anywhere. So I'm just gonna go to our little neighborhood spot and sit outside because it's nice outside and enjoy the morning and also probably like reflect on, it's April now, so the first quarter of the year, how that went, what I'm trying to accomplish in the second quarter of the year, personally and as a business, and see what happened January to March, because I don't really know, it flew by. So that is my morning. Maybe if I'm feeling extra rejuvenated afterwards, I will trim all that stuff, but today I think I just need a break, so I'm gonna go do that. Hello, the kiln is unloaded and everything I think came out okay. This is my mirror frame. It is pretty wacky. Part of me kind of loves it and part of me it makes me want to do it in black, but I also did a few cups with it and they look pretty wild. I also put a new glaze on the inside and it looks pretty cool. It feels like, it looks like sand. But yeah, these are pretty silly. Everything so far looks okay. I haven't done a full investigation, but I do have enough greenware on the shelves that I think I could just load the kiln right back up and have those fire this week and maybe unload them or just leave them until I come back next week and really start glazing, because I have so many pieces that I need to finish, and it would be nice to have a chunk of those in the bisque state. So it's just one less step, and enough of them are dry to fill the kiln, and whatever I made yesterday and the day before still needs to dry some, and that stuff would be enough to fill it again, in addition to a few other things that I want to throw next week. So I feel like I'm in a good place. I'm gonna load it back up